As light travels from one medium to another, for example from air to glass, it refracts or bends. If v sub 1 is the speed of light through one medium, and v sub 2 is the speed of light through another medium, then according to Snell's law, sine of theta sub 1 divided by sine of theta sub 2 equals v sub 1 divided by v sub 2, where theta sub 1 is the angle of incidence, which below is this angle here, and theta sub 2 is the angle of refraction, which is this angle here. The fraction v sub 1 divided by v sub 2 is called the index of refraction. For a beam of light passing from air to glass, the index is 1.50. If a ray of light passes through the surface at an angle of incidence of 64 degrees, what is the angle of refraction? Round to the nearest hundredths. Because v sub 1 divided by v sub 2 is the index of refraction, which is 1.5, and theta sub 1 is the angle of incidence, using Snell's law, we have the trig equation, the sine of 64 degrees divided by sine of theta sub 2, where theta sub 2 is the angle of refraction, must equal 1.5 or 1.50. And now we need to solve for theta sub 2. Let's first clear the denominator by multiplying both sides by sine of theta sub 2. On the left side, sine theta sub 2 divided by itself simplifies to 1. We now have sine 64 degrees equals 1.5 or 1.50 times sine of theta sub 2. And now we'll divide both sides by 1.50. Simplifying, we now have sine of 64 degrees divided by 1.50 equals sine of theta sub 2. And for the last step to solve for theta sub 2, we take the inverse sine or arc sine of both sides of the equation. Simplifying, we now have inverse sine of sine 64 degrees divided by 1.50 equals, on the right side, inverse sine of sine theta sub 2 equals theta sub 2. And now we'll go to the calculator and round theta to 2 decimal places. It is important to recognize here, though, that we do have to have the calculator in degree mode because the angle of incidence is given in degrees. I'm going to go ahead and use the Desmos graphing calculator. To check the mode, click on the wrench, and down below we're going to highlight degrees. Click the wrench again to close the menu, and now in cell 1 we'll enter inverse sine. For inverse sine, click functions. Under inverse trig functions we have inverse sine. We have to go back to functions for sine and click sine 64 for 64 degrees, close parenthesis, divided by 1.5 or 1.50, and enter. To the hundredths place value, theta sub 2, the angle of refraction, is approximately 36.81 degrees, which again is the angle of refraction. I hope you found this helpful.